All right, guys, this is happening. We know it's happening. It is here in the United States. I believe this technology was maybe funded by ourselves. I believe the Biden administration tried to back channel some cash to Ukraine to basically go after Russia. And by doing so, they created some drone technology that, in my opinion, has come home to roost. This is Barksdale Air Force Base, and you notice what's on the tarmac right there. Those are bombers. I believe they're B-52 Stratoforces is what those are. They carry a huge payload, explosives. And I'll say this, the capability that they have is exactly what we need to stop the Iranian regime. I already had to ban someone. Good luck, man. The stupidity is amazing on days like this. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is a real damn problem right here. What makes you think it was a Biden administration? Well, the Biden administration sent billions of dollars to Ukraine. Billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. The Obama administration sent billions of dollars to Iran. Think about it. You think I'm wrong? Prove me wrong. I'm not here to argue with you, but I'm here to tell you my opinion. The United States has unleashed our own level of drones. They're a little like sea drones, speedboat. Basically, our own little drone attack on the Iranians. You want to mess with us? We've got this. It'll run right into you. It's got a payload on it as well. Love it. Give them exactly what they want to use against us. But we're seeing more and more information coming out. Little medical information we're going to talk about today. Discovered between certain medical conditions and the onset of dementia. And I think a lot of the people in my chat that are trolls, this is probably what's bothering you. You forgot that America was amazing. You forgot how good America is. You forgot how good you had it. You think you live somewhere that, doesn't matter, but you're wrong. We're going to talk a little bit about Yemen, the Houthis. The Houthis have now joined the fight with the Iranian regime. We're going to talk about Charlie Kirk. I have a massive bombshell in the investigation of the Charlie Kirk case. There's new information that has come out that is going to change everything. And I don't know if you're even ready for this information that's come out about the Kirk investigation. The trolls are the Tide Pod Challenge winners. I agree. A lot of them are really good people in their own minds. Let's go here. We've got this information coming out today, or it happened last night. U.S. service members, apparently 10 United States service members, were injured in an Iranian attack on a Saudi Arabian base where we land our bombers. Not good. Not good. You got the Secretary of War and the President of the United States. It's time to, I believe it's time to quit playing games. Says about a dozen service members were injured in an attack, a drone attack that targeted some B-52s that were parked there in the area. I got a poll question in the chat. Is it time to just stop playing games? I believe we've destroyed enough of their capabilities that the knockout punch is coming. Is this a warning by the Vice President of the United States? J.D. Vance warns of nuclear I love me people. They have the tight I love me jackets on. There's 1,000 pounds of 1,000 pounds of uranium that's laying around over there. That could be a dirty bomb. That could be a dirty bomb. And this is not a good situation right now. Not good at all for us to have those types of materials laying around with the capabilities. Iran is probably out of the capability of actually launching a long-range ballistic missile, maybe. I mean, they tell us exactly what they've got, right? They never lie. They never lie. But when the Vice President of the United States comes out and says that there's a warning to be had of nuclear, I love me jacket people, I take them seriously. I think that's an imminent threat. And I don't put it past any of the people that wear I love me jackets, because they will do anything to stop the success of the United States. Here's I think this is a B-2 bomber, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an airplane guy. But the drone warfare has come to the United States. You see this? Drone swarm near a U.S. Air Force Base unveiled numerous vulnerabilities. That's what I really believe is we've gotten too comfortable. We have gotten way too comfortable with our own personal security. Oh, it's a stealth fighter. Sorry. Okay. I don't speak airplane. You know what I mean? I'm a dumb submarine guy. Couldn't find my butt with both hands. I can tell you where all 25 fire hoses were on an Ohio-class submarine. I know I can do that. I could probably still draw the trim and drain system, too. I could probably do that. I could also tell you how a nuclear reactor works. I could probably still draw the primary plant, maybe the secondary plant. Tell you what scrubbers and burners do. We had FFEs whenever I was in, and OBAs. If you know what an OBA is, you are definitely an old Navy veteran. You've definitely been around the block. Americans are warned to stay indoors as toxic air spreads across the United States. Is this the new COVID? Ben, what's your opinion on Canada moving in? I think Canada's useless. I think they're our upstairs neighbor that we take care of. I think Canada's useless as poop on a pump handle. I'm going to try not to cuss. I think Canada benefits from having us to their south. I think Canada is France 2.0. That's what I think. Are there good Canadians? Sure. Was, Ted Bundy a ladies' man? Yep. Right? That's what I think. My little dog sitting here on my lap. Daisy's wanting a pet. But Americans are told to stay indoors. Toxic air spreads from the southern United States. Could this be part of that Port Arthur fire, the explosion down there? It's up to you to decide, but that's what they're alluding to. Y'all want the breaking news out of the we've got two huge stories to cover. Well, I mean, everything seems to be a damn huge story right now. But the ones that really get me going is the story coming out of the Charlie Kirk investigation. This is huge. And I want to salute Candace Owens. And I don't say this lightly. but she has come out with some information that is going to change the world. It's going to change the world. Her investigation has revealed so much. And Dan Bongino is going to eat his words with this one. He says very clearly that he's wrong and she was right. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're sitting down. I hope you have no coffee in your... Do not have any fluids in your mouth.
But take a look at this compilation from Milk Bar TV here of Candace Owens on the Charlie Kirk investigation, whereas we had to produce facts. Her producing tomorrow's episode. Check this out.
Close to something, keep going. And we are definitively getting closer to what took place on that day. And we are getting closer. I think we're close. We are definitively getting closer. We're getting close. We're getting low. Very close. We're inching ever closer. We are now, I believe, extremely close to solving this thing. I've got a feeling about that. We're close. We're getting closer to something, and that something is pretty big. I just sense that we're getting close. I sense that we are getting very close, and we are getting closer, getting very close to something. We're getting closer because we are getting close. We are definitely getting closer, very close. We are very close. We are close. We are dangerously close to something. We are dead close to something. And I think every day we are inching closer to who killed Charlie Kirk. You know, we're getting close. We're inching ever closer. We are inching closer, a little closer to solving the Charlie Kirk murder. And I'm getting very close. And we are getting very close. But I'm getting closer. I'm getting real close. My prayers are with you, Candace. You are close. We are close. And we're getting closer to the truth. We get closer. We are getting close.
Getting close. You see it? You see the hidden knowledge, Griff?
We're getting close. Really damn close. Right there. Case will probably be solved tomorrow. We'll get it to the grand jury tomorrow. They will, and they'll arrest the Egyptian pilots and the French Foreign Legion and the aliens and the Clintons, the Bilderbergs, the Rothschilds, the Ford family, Bill Gates. Who else should we get? Who did I miss? Somebody? Leave a comment down below. Who did I miss? This is, Colonel Mustard in the library with a candlestick holder. I don't know. But we're getting close, guys. We're getting close. There's a lot of adult men that watch Candace. And I don't know what to tell you. I got other stuff to talk about, but I thought I would throw all the scam-detards that one. Now I'll show you something here. I'm kind of upset with this guy. I don't believe that he didn't push back a lot. Hold on. Fred, get over here. Fred's got something nasty. Here. Oh, gosh. That damn dog. I tell you, that dog will drive you crazy. Whew. Let's get back to what's important here. This is Barksdale. We took a trip down stupidity lane. Let's talk about this one here real quick. But what you're going to see here is a pretty good news breakdown of what exactly is happening in Barksdale, Louisiana. I think that's right outside of Shreveport is where this is. And this should worry everyone.
Defending against drones, but unidentified drones are also a concern here in the United States. Liz Landers is here with more on a recent incident at a military base in Louisiana.
John, the week of March 9th, a swarm of drones repeatedly hovered around Barksdale Air Force Base in northwest Louisiana. A spokesperson for the base tells PBS NewsHour that it was unauthorized and criminal activity that's now being investigated by both federal and local law enforcement. ABC News reported that the drone flights lasted 4 hours at a time, deliberately maneuvered within the airspace over the base, and appeared to be jam resistant. Barksdale is a key facility for the U.S. in the ongoing fight with Iran, housing B-52 bombers and nuclear weapons storage facilities. For more on this, we turn to retired Air Force.
Did you hear the part about jam resistant? That's the part that got me.
Military base in Louisiana.
John, the week of March 9th, a swarm of drones repeatedly hovered around Barksdale Air Force Base in northwest Louisiana. A spokesperson for the base tells PBS NewsHour that it was unauthorized and criminal activity that's now being investigated by both federal and local law enforcement. ABC News reported that the drone flights lasted 4 hours at a time, deliberately maneuvered within the airspace over the base, and appeared to be jam resistant. Barksdale is.
What? Jam resistant drones over an air base full of B-52s. Are you freaking kidding me? I don't know how we have gotten to this point where we're not resolving this stuff. How has this happened? And then we're going to worry about I'm trying to remain calm, cool, and collected because I'm getting really upset about what we're doing around the world when we've got real problems right here. Somebody says fund DHS now. I'm going to tell you something real quick. I don't give one piece of fecal matter about the long lines in the airports. I don't care about one piece of fecal matter about anything right now except the SAVE Act and all of the troops that are over in the Middle East. Those are my two big issues. And if you're against either one of those, your time here might be very short. Your stay here on Ben's Island might be very short. Because if you're against the troops, I got no time for you. More importantly, I have no tolerance for you. And whether you agree with their deployment, whether you agree with the president, I don't care. But when the administration decides to put boots on the ground, then you better get behind them or try getting in front of them and see how that works out. And I'm not happy about this guy right here. I'm going to show you. This guy. This is what's his damn name? Senator John Kennedy. I'm not happy about Senator John Kennedy because he didn't give a rat's butt about sending my money to Ukraine. He didn't give a damn. He voted for hundreds of billions of dollars to go to Ukraine. And now he's got these good old jokes, all shooks. He's got these one-liners, right? He's got all these little Kennedy-isms. Listen, I can't deal with this guy anymore.
And as far as I'm concerned, time to come home. Now, I don't have the information the president has. And some will say, well, you caused a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. No, we didn't. Iran did that. We can't control these people. And I would come out. I
How
would come
soon?
home.
How soon do you want to see that
Well, I
happen?
can't answer that because I don't know to what extent we've accomplished our mission. But I was seeing some news stories this morning.
So he wants the troops to come home, and then the same side of his mouth says, I don't have the intelligence that the president does. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Right. So you want to politically divide us a little more. I can't deal with that. It's hard to trust anybody that decided to send $200+ billion to Ukraine. Ben, I agree. It's hard to trust. I agree. Luke and Duke's Hazard's uncle. Bo and Luke's last name were Duke. It was Bo and Luke Duke. Hazard was the name of the town. Gotcha. Kennedy's comic relief, nothing more. I agree. I think you're probably right about that. I believe he very well could be just comic relief. But when we decide to put these guys into action, just support them. Because this right here is these are you've got to support these men and women. No matter where you're at politically, Jane Fonda. Somebody says they used to drive a ladycraft. Oh, wow. Sapphire Patriot. Gotcha. A Mew. You drove one of the hovercraft. Were you ever down in Panama City? I've got a lot of friends that work down in Panama City on the LCACs. Oh, were you on one of the? Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. But if you can't get behind these guys, I think you've got some problems, right? No matter where you're at politically. And to come out as a sitting United States senator, well, I just think it's time to bring them home. Barksdale Air Force Base is in Louisiana. Senator Kennedy, why don't you talk about the safety of those B-52s down there in your state, homie? Right? Why don't you talk about that? You won't. It's not convenient. It's not something that'll make you comfortable. It's not something you can solicit some campaign donations from. That's the big one right there. You can't monetize it. If he could monetize it, he'd be all for it. For all the trolls, I think you'll love this one. For all the trolls, this goes out to all the trolls that I love, because I think that Donald Trump is the troller in chief. Troller in chief, rolling in deep right here. Let's go with it.
Wakes up for him is 2 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And his first thought is, how can I torture my enemies? So he says stuff just to get the View ladies upset.
It works.
Just to get Whoopi Goldberg agitated. Right.
Yeah.
He'll
And
just
they
say
take it
anything.
literally. They take
And then
everything
he
he
goes
says literally.
back,
And then
and
he
he loves it. Look at this reaction. Look at MSNBC. They're setting themselves on fire. Yes. And now I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
He doesn't do any of it. So you got to understand where he's coming from. I did that when I was 7 years old, but he continues to do it.
Like the
And-
whole Canada thing he came out with. Well, I think it'd be the
Absolutely
great. He
right.
was just kidding. Drove people
Wasn't
crazy.
kidding. He didn't like Trudeau.
Yeah.
Trudeau is a little nebbish to
Mhm.
him. And
Got
now
it.
but you got to give Trudeau, he's running around Katy Perry. That's not bad. Okay. He didn't like Trudeau at all.
Not bad.
So he goes,
Right.
how can I annoy Trudeau? I'm taking it over. And
Of
boom.
course. Boom.
Okay.
Now, does everyone want that from their president? Not everyone.
I know.
But you know, we just had Biden who was very quiet. So we've got
It was-
too quiet, and then
he
we
was
got
a-
too loud.
He was napping.
Trump wakes up after 2 hours and just trolls the left. And I think he's right. Somebody says, could they put a nuke on a drone? You could put some uranium on a drone and you've got a dirty bomb. Somebody says, what's the objective in Iran? What's the mission in Iran? Steph travesty. The mission in Iran is to stop a regime that killed 30,000 people in their own country. Stop them. The same people that are freaking out about Renee Dumb and Alex Peretti and St. Floyd, actual criminals dying here in the United States, don't give a damn about the 30,000 killed by their own government. They don't care. So the mission in Iran is probably to liberate those people, probably to get back the 1,000 pounds of uranium, prevent them from having nuclear weapons, and prevent them from controlling the world's global economy. The number one state sponsor of terror controls the world's global economy. Say that out loud really slowly. The world's largest state sponsor of terror controls the world's global economy. Sound it out for all of you in the back that ate the shavings from the pencil sharpener. That's the mission in Iran. Way more than 30,000 over the 100 years. You're probably right. You are probably right about that. That's just the known numbers that we've got from 2025. That's it. I believe that is the real reason. Hold on. Where's this? Let's see here. Man, I really have to just keep banning this person. I can't believe this person continues to come back. I don't understand how you keep coming back. Have you not realized this yet? Wow. I just don't understand. There is a level of stupidity with certain people that you will never be able to comprehend. It's strange. But hey, whatever. But I believe we've got to get to the exact point of cutting the head off the snake. Somebody said something about Tiger Woods. I don't care about Tiger Woods. I could care less what happened to Tiger Woods. I'm glad he didn't kill someone. I've been hit by 2 drunk drivers. So I'm all about the thing that chops up leaves. I'm all about that. I've been hit by 2 drunk drivers. I do not care about Tiger Woods. I believe he should go to prison and have his butthole inspected by his roommate daily. That's kind of what I think. I can't care about a billionaire that is too dumb to not pay for a chauffeur.
Now let's move on to
If you're that dumb, I got no time for you, homie. Somebody said there's a cry for help for Tiger Woods' crash. Why doesn't he cry for Uber? Cry for Uber. Here, let me show you this one. For anybody that hates America, this will probably trigger you. This will probably trigger everyone that hates America.
There are a few who move toward the sounds of chaos, ready to respond at a moment's notice. And when the time comes, they are the first to move toward the sounds of tyranny, injustice, and despair. They are forged in the crucible of training. They are the few, the proud, the Marines.
Love it. Which way would you run? If the Marines get after you, I don't know if there's anywhere you could run. I'm glad we have the Marine Corps. I'm glad that we have the Marine Corps. Because somebody's got to do it, number one. But number two, serving your country is probably the best thing I ever did. Of course, everyone wants them home, but we just can't. What was that say? We cannot just leave it unfinished. No, I don't believe you can, Annie. You've got to follow through on this. Semper Fi. If you're a veteran, put your branch of service there in the chat. If you're a veteran, put your branch of service in the chat right there for me. Salute to all of you. Today's No Kings Day. Did you know that? Today was a No Kings protest day. I was hoping to see what kind of craziness was going on with the No Kings stuff here today, because that's a big one rolling in here. No Kings. I don't know what kind of chaos that they're going to cause, but let's get some live breaking news here from No Kings Day.
That event on the same day as No Kings protest in DeKalb County, that did get violent, and police used tear gas, and there were several arrests made for that event. The one in October was very peaceful. A lot of people out here, but everyone did remain peaceful for that one as well.
Why do they get a news reporter with a speech impediment? Why would you ever get a news reporter with a speech impediment?
Certainly the police, erring on the side of caution, wanting to make sure everyone can exercise their right to protest and to free speech, and also making sure that everyone is staying safe along the way as well. So again, expecting a very large crowd for this protest today, starting about a half a mile from where we are right now, and we will of course bring it to you live as it develops this morning.
I'm sorry, I can't deal with the maybe I'm just maybe I'm jaded. I don't know. I can't deal with a news reporter with a speech impediment. I can't do it. Bothers me. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm old-fashioned. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. But No Kings protests are very important. The exercise of free speech today across the United States. I'm sure it'll be mostly peaceful, but violent protest. Hell, I say send in the Marines to stop the protest. Send in these guys. Why wouldn't you send these guys in to stop the protest? Once they get done in Iran, let's send them to Los Angeles. I agree, Ben. I have zero interest in Tiger. I don't care about a billionaire getting a DUI. You got a lot of people. 7 silver swans swam silently seaward. Oh, great. Okay, cool. I had my life ruined by a drunk driver. I've been hit by 2 drunk drivers. Crazy story. I'll probably share it with you. 28 days apart. Send in the SWAT team? Yeah. But that's where we're at right now. We have got to do something to resolve some of the problems here at home, while at the same time taking care of business there.
We can achieve all of our objectives with our ground troops, but we are always going to be prepared to give the president maximum optionality and maximum opportunity to adjust to contingencies should they emerge.
Secretary of State Rubio saying that all options, of course, are on the table, as always, and you can
look at the amount of United States naval warships in that area. The Michael Murphy, the Lincoln, the Peterson, the Spruance, McFall, Pinkley, Delbert Black, John Fim, Milius, Misher, Mahan, Bainbridge, Churchill, Santa Barbara, Canberra, Thomas Dudner, U.S. Bulkeley, Oscar Austin. The Gerald Ford is headed that way, aircraft carrier. The Roosevelt is headed that way. They're in the Med. They'll come through the Suez Canal, come down through the Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, and then they'll be in the Arabian Sea. Some of these could stay off the coast of Lebanon and Israel to conduct flight ops there. This is what you call a swarm. I love that the United States has a ship named after Winston Churchill. You know we're a good country whenever we recognize great leaders from other countries.
see that table's pretty crowded. There are quite a few options there as the Pentagon is continuing to deploy potentially an additional 10,000 combat troops to the Middle East right now, on top of the 50,000, which are mostly stationed in the region at all times.
She wanted to say mostly peaceful.
New video from CENTCOM shows the assault on Iran's offensive capabilities continues as President Trump extends his pause on strikes against energy sites. So remember, that's a carve out, no energy sites. But as you can see, that target is clearly on the list and is being struck. Joey Jones is going to join me in just a moment here from New York. But first, Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin in Washington. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Martha. Well, it would take at least 2 weeks for the 10,000 troops that the White House and Pentagon are weighing whether to send to arrive in the Middle East, an effort to force open the Strait of Hormuz, possibly, a mission that is fraught with risk, according to current and former military commanders. In other words, no ground invasion is likely before mid-April. These troops would be in addition to the brigade of 82nd Airborne paratroopers who have been ordered to the region along with the commander of the 82nd Airborne and his higher headquarters. More than 40,000 U.S. service members are already assigned to bases already hit by incoming Iranian missiles and drones across the Middle East. Many have had to be relocated to hotels and apartments in civilian areas as a result. The 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit is still days from the Strait of Hormuz and would still have to cross the contested strait, where they would be a very large, vulnerable target. Unless the Marine Expeditionary Unit crosses the strait, it will not be in a position to help with any sort of ground invasion, I'm told by multiple sources. Opening the strait will require demining teams, and the longer this goes on could affect food supplies and crops around the world because 1/3 of the world's fertilizer normally crosses the strait each day. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper said U.S. forces have destroyed.
Did you hear that? 1/3 of the world's fertilizer goes through the Straits of Hormuz. Once again, to all the people blowing spit bubbles and licking the windows in their house, go outside and lick the outside for a while. Because the importance of keeping the Straits of Hormuz open, number one, the global economy. Number two, I'm going to go global economy. Number three, I'm just going to throw it out there. Probably the uranium that the Iranians have. Here, let me show you something here. This was powered by uranium. This little piece of metal right here was powered by uranium. This is a piece of the hull off the USS Los Angeles, SSN 688. That little submarine was powered by a hot rock for, I think the LA was in service for 40 years, maybe 50. I don't even remember when the LA was commissioned. I probably should. 688 USS Los Angeles, 688 SSN. That submarine was powered by a hot rock. They've got 1,000 pounds of that hot rock that could be used as a dirty bomb. Think about it. And now Iran continues. My address is down there. Somebody asked for the address. James, thank you for becoming a new member on the channel, brother. Appreciate you. God bless you. I get all kinds of cool stuff mailed to me. There we go.
Move on to Operation Epic Fury. At least 12 American service members are hurt, with 2 fighting for their lives after an Iranian missile and drone attack at this airbase in Saudi Arabia.
Our senior correspondent, Mike Tobin, is in Tel Aviv with the latest. Mike.
Good morning, Brian, Rachel, and Griff. Axios is now reporting that U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio told his G7 counterparts, foreign ministers, that the war here will continue for another 2 to 4 weeks. That's longer than what the president had projected. And he reportedly said that the U.S. is indeed talking to Iran, but talking through mediators. Part of what they report through sources. Rubio told his G7 counterparts the U.S. doesn't need G7 countries to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz, but wants allies to join a maritime task force to police the strait after the war is over. Meantime, a month into this stage of the war, and the Houthis are off the sidelines. Israel says a missile fired from Yemen by the Houthis was intercepted. A Houthi spokesman claimed responsibility on their TV channel. The missile was fired in the direction of Israel's main nuclear research center in the southern part of the country. Now, a week ago, 2 missiles from Iran targeted the nuclear facility and got through air defenses. The missiles hit residential areas in Arad and Dimona, resulting in almost 200 injuries at the time. Now, involvement of the Houthis can complicate ship transit in the Red Sea through the Bab el-Mandeb and around the Arabian Peninsula. As the Houthis previously menaced shipping in the Red Sea, the U.S. Dwight D. Eisenhower carrier group was previously there to combat Houthi destruction in the Red Sea. As many as 12 U.S.
There you go. What do you think? Uh-oh, here we go. We got one. Q is a fairy tale. I'm going to bookmark that. That's a good comment. Q is a fairy tale. Man, I love these. I love these. I don't know who's crazier, the Q people or the Freemasons or horrible people. It's a very thin line between Q, the Freemason haters, the Israel tards, and the Canditards, and maybe the who else is on that list? I know I'm missing a group of morons, and I can't. In the chat, what's the biggest group of morons? Let me know in the chat. Who is your favorite group of window lickers? I have about 9 groups, and I really could not pick which is my favorite. I don't know which ones are the dumbest. Libtards covers a blanket of, you've got to get a little more narrow than the libs. Congress, you could be right there, Congress. Pronoun gang, eggheads. Yeah, no kid. Here, I'm going to do this. Post, let's see here. Who is the biggest group of dummies? And I think that's a word we don't use enough. Just the straight up word dummy. Moonbats? I don't know what those are. I have no idea. Who's the biggest group of dummies? Right there. Steven, smart ass in submarines. Perfect. Absolutely. We love those kind of people. Stephen Holt. Smart asses in submarines kept submarines sinking. Our surface to dive ratio is the same. More airplanes at the bottom of the ocean than submarines in the sky. Prove me wrong. That's what I think. But now that the Houthis are involved, and they've been involved for a while, launching their little things at American warships just off the coast of Yemen, I believe this changes the game.
Derek Van Orden of the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman, great to see you. Your thoughts about where we're at with this conflict and the Houthi threat?
Well, Brian, the Houthis should not be able to influence the global economy. They simply should not be able to do so. They've been bombed into submission previously. If they act up again, they will be bombed back into submission. So what the world needs to know and what American citizens need to know is that how incredible our military is, and the fact that they have degraded the Iranian radical Muslim imams' ability to affect the region negatively. And they're simply not telling the story of how badly this regime is doing because they challenged the United States and they declared war on us 47 years ago. And Donald J. Trump is finishing this war. He has not started a new one.
I know the IDF was asked not to take out the foreign minister who they had in their crosshairs, as well as the speaker, because he says these are the people we're negotiating with. Do you back up the decision not to kill them?
Well, you got to talk to somebody. And, their bench is empty right about now. So it's good to have a known entity that you can speak to. Now, granted, I don't trust these guys as far as I can throw them.
Who's in charge right now of the Iranians? Who's in charge of them? Who is actually pulling the strings in that country? I don't believe anybody knows. I couldn't tell you right now who is actually in charge. That's probably the biggest problem, is that there's nobody to actually negotiate with. The worst thing we did in the Middle East and in Iraq was get rid of Saddam Hussein without having someone that was adequate to take that spot. Because what it caused was a lot of warring factions to splinter. Saddam Hussein was a horrible person. I've said it before. Actually, I know a good friend of mine, his unit found Saddam hiding in a hole in a garage. And it's weird. I've got a friend that did that, and another friend of mine took out bin Laden. Odd timeline to know two people that changed the trajectory of history. It's so strange to know people like that. But by removing these Ayatollahs, who is actually in charge? I'd like to give a big shout out to my sponsor, Chapter, right up here. We're at almost $225,000 worth of savings for you. And all they do is help you find the right Medicare program. They don't cost you, it doesn't cost you anything. They don't charge you. 10-minute phone call will save you about, I would say, $1,200 a year on average. I've had some people save $200 a month just for a free phone call. If you're on Medicare, if you're about to be enrolled into Medicare, if you've already got a program, give them a call. Let them tell you you're on the right program. They'll tell you, and they all speak English. There's no press one for English. I'll tell you that. They're all based right here in the United States. I think a lot of them are based in Georgia and South Carolina and Texas. So they're just regular Americans, and they're going to help you find the right program. Once we get to $500,000 in savings, they're going to help me. They're going to donate $10,000 of that savings back to a veterans charity of my choice. We're probably going to send out a bunch of Bibles. We might buy some guitars for veterans, help some veterans with some service dogs. I'd like to find one veteran and just give them a service dog. That would be my ultimate goal, if I could do that. Right now, I help a bunch of vets that have service dogs, but I would love to provide a veteran with, hey, here is your service dog. I would love to be able to do that. So just give them a call. It's free. Doesn't cost you a damn thing. Somebody says Iran is not Iraq. I agree about that. It's a totally different situation. It is a very, very different dynamic. Ben, the trolls are stalking you. You're on the mark. This place is bugged. Thank you. I think trolls are really just super fans. I think that's what they are. The Panicans and all of the liberals are the biggest group of window lickers and dummies we have in this country by far. Second group, the Candace viewers. Do you agree with James? James is a new member on the channel. If you become a member on the channel, go to the community post tab. There's a link where you can get in the Discord. You chat with me 24/7, all that kind of stuff. You might be right, James. You might be right. The Panicans and all the liberals are the biggest group of window lickers. Love and Light Forever says, Ben, the Q people are true patriots. It's going to take some convincing for someone to tell me the Q people are patriots. I'm sure some of them are patriots. I think they have been fooled. To quote Mark Twain, and I'm sure I'm a little off on this, it's easier to fool someone than to convince them that they've been fooled. And Love and Light, I'm sure you don't realize it, but there's probably a big fat liberal troll that's running the Q account. That's my thought. Shadow patriots. Oh yeah, I like that term. I think we're all just concerned and confused. Johnny's very confused. Q people escape mental asylums. Wow. Someone who disagrees is not a troll. Domo, you're not a troll if you disagree. No. But just provide a little bit of evidence on why you disagree. Right? I don't really ask for a lot. Vice President Vance claims that Ilhan Omar committed immigration fraud by illegally marrying her brother. It's disgusting. Trolls can be fun. I disagree with Ben a lot, but I think I'm a fan. Hellbound, thank you. I don't care if you disagree. I really don't care if you disagree with me. I'm not here to convince you of anything. You're not going to convince me of anything. But I will understand, or I'll try to understand your perspective. I respect your commitment to stupidity. That's my thoughts. I respect your commitment to stupidity. Man, imagine where that mouth has been. Ugh. I'd rather lick a toilet seat in a porta potty in Baghdad than kiss that mouth. Good grief. I feel sorry for her gynecologist. Ben needs to listen to the Alpha Warrior. I have no idea who that is. And I'm probably not going to listen to anyone that calls themselves the Alpha Warrior. I don't know who that is. No disrespect. I don't know who she is. I have no idea who Alpha Warrior. Just because you disagree does not mean you're right. Why'd you make me vomit? Yeah, today is Thank Your Gynecologist Day. And we're giving a shout out to Ilhan Omar's gynecologist. That could be a Budweiser commercial. Thank you, Mr. Ilhan Omar, gynecologist man. You know it's a dude. But, that's where I'm kind of at on a lot of things. That's kind of a rundown of my opinion on what's going on in the United States right now. VD said they know it's true. Who is VD? I've never been to your hometown. I don't have the VD, right? I don't know about that one. Hopefully, I don't think I've ever had VD ever. So there you go. I'm sure my wife's watching, so she can confirm that. Ben Dykes, her gyno is a spelunker. What is a spelunker? Why do I know that word and not know what the word is? Justin Cav became a member. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I really want to understand what's happening around the world. I want to be respectful of your time and basically get your opinion on what I believe is happening. If you would like to call in and express your opinion, be respectful, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to listen to your opinion. So feel free to give me a call. 615-475-7864. I'm happy to talk to you guys and understand what your opinion is. And just like I said, be respectful, turn down the audio on your phone. And you're welcome to, I don't know what, Ben was just trolled with the spelunk. I don't know what a spelunker is. I really don't. Let me Google this. Let me Google, what is a spelunker? Spelunker. Let me find out what this is. Okay, spelunk. What the hell is a spelunker? Let's go here. First call of the day, line 2. What you got? Yes, sir.
Me. I'm 69 and just closed on my first house.
Okay.
Through my VA loan.
Good. That's amazing.
You,
congratulations.
I mean, you know, gas price is a little high, but we deal with it. It ain't that high.
Sure.
I've seen it before in the late 90s and early 2000s where it was a lot higher through Obama and that. Man, I couldn't believe.
Let me ask you this. Let me
Uh-huh.
ask you this. Do you think whenever gas prices are high, you blame the president? When gas prices are low, who do you give credit to?
I give it all. Well, when they're low, you know, you really don't even think about it.
Why not?
That's the way I see it.
Why not?
I mean, I worked in the oil and chemical industry all my life, as a construction hand, building them. But
I'm gonna let you go, but I think that's a question I want to ask most people. If gas prices are high, you blame the president. If they're low, who do you give credit to? Let's go line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Hey, it's a cave dweller. It's the guys that go down in caves all the time. Spelunker.
Okay. Thank you for calling. There we go. Congrats to the caller. Just bought a house under the Trump administration. I'm pretty proud of that guy. Cave diver. Okay, cool. I knew I'd heard it. I just, there you go. Post your gas prices in the chat. That's a good question. Let's go right here. Line 3. What do you got, line 3?
hey, this is David from West Virginia.
Good morning, sir.
Hey, I just got a question. I mean, why would we not just shoot these drones out of the sky with something, other than letting them just fly around our air bases?
I don't have that answer.
Yeah, that's what I've been asking myself. Why would we just let these things fly around? It just seems crazy. You know?
I don't have that answer.
Yeah.
I really wish I did.
Yeah, it's blowing my mind. If they are, it seems like that's art. I mean, we wouldn't allow that. I don't think allow
It's a strange situation. It really is. It is really weird that we are so heavily involved in things. Thank you for calling. In things outside of our country, and we're almost waiting on something to happen here. That's the one that boggles my mind. Thank you for that. 615 in OC, California. Jonathan. OC, is that Orange County? Orange County, California. Okay. Let's go Tommy, Guitar Man. What do you got, Tommy?
Hey, Ben. Hey, everybody. Hey, Ben. Hey, listen, Ben, I just want to tell you, you've got the best shots of the military off the carriers and the submarine stuff. I'm excited about the sub stuff. I'm a flyboy, but hell, one of my favorite movies is The Hunt for the Red October. You know,
That's not the best submarine movie.
I know. I like the other one with Sean Connery too, but
That's not the best
Alec
one either.
Baldwin used to not be a dickhead.
That's not the best one either.
What's your favorite?
Das Boot. DASBOAT.
Das Boot, yes.
Best submarine movie ever made. Thank you for calling, Tommy. God bless you. Best submarine movie ever made. Das Boot. You got to watch it in the German subtitles. I'm more concerned about my stocks than I am my gas. Buy stock in gas and petroleum. Das Boot. Das Boot. Great one. Let's see here. I think I hung up on somebody. Pennsylvania ex-con who's been jailed. Great. Judge. Line 3. Go.
What's up, Ben? It's James from Myrtle Beach.
Good morning, James. Semper Fi, shipmate.
Semper Fi, brother. I was just constantly, I stand with Trump, and I ran for the Marines in the Airborne Division. I fought in Fallujah in Ramadi. So I'm just hoping Trump then go ahead and wipe them motherfuckers out. Get it over with. We should have killed them all a long time ago.
James, let me ask you this. Why do so many people support the military, but when it's time for the military to do military stuff, why do they suddenly blame the president for? I don't understand that. Where is the military supposed?
They're retarded.
Where's the military supposed to do military stuff?
When you go to war, when I signed up in the Marine Corps, that's what I signed up to do. I signed up to go to war. Everybody that goes to the military knows what they signed up for. I think a lot of these people just want to try to placate both sides, right defense, like Tucker Cross and all these other crazy psychotic. They don't even know what happened to them, lost their minds. But I don't know. It's like they're going crazy to me. It's mind-boggling.
It's really strange that everybody says, I love the military. I support the military.
Well, Tucker Cross said it too. He said that, and he calls all rapists. Now we're going to rape. Now we're going to rape people. What the hell is it? These people are insane.
James, you were deployed multiple times. I'm assuming. I could tell by the saltiness in your voice. You've been deployed multiple times. Yeah.
I did 5 combat tours.
Did any of your gunny sergeants ever tell you that you should go and do heinous and horrible things to women and children on the battlefield?
Hell no. You know good as well as if that ever happened, we'd be court-martialed so fast our head would spin and we'd be in prison the rest of our fucking life.
Let me ask you one question. And
we're the only country in the world that actually follows the Geneva Convention. I hate telling anybody that. If we ever get captured, we get tortured, killed. If we capture people, we give them 3-star meals. The people who live in Guantanamo Bay live better than our American prisoners in the United States.
Let me ask you this, James. I got a question for you because I was waiting for a fellow veteran to call in to ask this question. What is the difference between Joe Kent and Bo Bergdahl?
Not much.
Joe Kent,
Kent's a
decorated veteran.
He's decorated. I respect his service, but he's still a traitor. I mean, when you turn on the commander in chief, I think he was one leaking to Tucker, Candace, and all these other podcasters the whole time. And
I just think what he did,
they're trying to get ahead of it. It should be treason.
I think what he did was just a different way. I think
a different way.
I think it was just a different way, but I don't believe what he did was any different than this guy right here. Who did it better? Bo Bergdahl or Joe Kent? I think what both of them did was they both took an oath to support and defend the Constitution against the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, right?
Foreign and domestic, that's right, 100%.
Joe Kent violated his oath, violated his security clearance, makes the podcast tour. Bo Bergdahl, that guy, walked off the post and cost members of the military their lives looking for him.
Absolutely.
I can't understand why Joe Kent gets a pass.
Changed, I don't know. He's done flip flop again now. Now he's saying Trump doing the right thing. I don't know. It's like they all placate for money.
It is. James, I want to say thank you for your service. God bless you, sir. Semper Fi.
You too, Ben. Thank you.
Semper Fi.
Love the show.
Thank you. Bye. James brings a perspective to some things, and there's other veterans in the chat that bring a very similar. Both thought he could walk to Pakistan. Yeah. I didn't hear a speech impediment. Then get hearing aids. Line 2, go right ahead.
Ben, how you doing this morning?
You know, James, I'm doing better than I should, better than I'm allowed. But I'll tell you this: I'm very blessed. I am a very blessed human being. What about you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. I've had another revelation, but I need to comment. Over on X, you put the mayor of Toronto on there.
You saw that
over on X, the mayor of Toronto, Canada.
Mm-hmm. I'll bring that up.
Is that real? Is that real?
That is real. That was the mayor of Toronto at some kind of like, what do you call it? Parade or extravaganza.
Oh, wonderful.
A butthole celebration, I think is what they call those.
My God. Well, Ben, you ready for my revelation?
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes. I finally figured it out why the trolls will not leave you alone.
What's that?
You know how Trump activates TDS and people?
Yep.
Well, you activate some form of that, and these trolls, when you put out patriotic, righteous stuff, the truth, well, they can't handle that, and they lash out at you. But occasionally, Ben, would you let a troll speak on there so we can all laugh at them?
I love them calling in. They are all welcome to call. Even the Democrat mayor of Toronto right here is welcome to call. Trolls, please call in.
Well, thank you, Ben.
God bless you, sir. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
That is the mayor of Toronto right there. Mayor of Toronto. I regret not joining. Oh, well, you know what? Do something else. Trolls, call in. You're welcome to. The lines are open. If you hate America, if you hate me, if you cannot explain what a woman is, if you don't know the difference between an innie and an outie, if you don't know what a wiener is, call in. Line 2, go.
Ben?
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy. I saw a website that all of the influencers go to for revenue.
Revenue?
They run ads. Yes, they run ads on your show.
Wow. Send them my way. I want some shekels.
I don't have the website, but Tucker, Candace, all of them, they were all listed on the website as their talent.
Wow.
Where you can run the ads.
I need that. Send it over.
There's your influence. I'll try and find it.
Send it to me, brother. I appreciate it. God bless you.
Thanks.
Send me your shekels. Send me your shekels. Line 2, go.
Morning, Ben. This is Mark from Nacogdoches, Texas.
Nacogdoches, Texas. I would hate to have to write that all the time.
We just say Nac.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. What would you like to say?
Ben, hey, listen, I think that we're getting to a point where Iranian, I'll just say Iran, they're going to just continue to pick these fights, and they're not going to respect anything but something really severe. At what point in time, I'd like to know what your thought is, but I think it might be necessary to level Tehran completely. That would get the attention of everyone in the Middle East, and it might back China off just a little bit. That's the only thing they understand is severe punishment. And
I don't want to say that because I know there's there's 90 million innocent people there. You know?
I understand what you're saying, but at what point in time do we stop letting these jerk-offs kick sand in our face?
You're right about that. You are correct about that. Thank you for calling, brother. God bless you. Let's go here. Line 3. What do you got, line 3?
Hey, good day, Ben. This is Ken from Youngstown, Ohio, 11B, 30th AG out of Fort Benning, Georgia. And I agree with that caller for one. You know what? Everybody, you look at the skies and you wonder, wow, they're coming in at 1,800 feet. I love the U.S. Army Rangers, the 82nd. You called down the thunder. Now you're going to see something. Wake up. Now, this is coming from a soldier. I'm telling you guys right now in this chat, you're about to see something that's going to go down in this country that you've never seen before. I jumped in at 1,800 feet at the Golden Pheasant operation. And let me tell you, the Nicaraguan government, their eyes swelled up like big 50-cent pieces because they didn't realize that the American soldier can come down at 1,800 feet and bring pure hell to you.
God bless you, sir. Hoorah, or go Army. I don't know what the Army says.
Army, go Army all the way. You know what? I'm tired of this. You know what? They think they're a little peon country over there, Iran. We put up with this for long enough. I'm tired of it. You guys, you're going to see something. You mark my words. You're going to see something in the next coming maybe hours, maybe 24 to 48. But you're going to see something and you're going to say, holy moly. I've seen it myself, Ben. I know. I've been there.
Somebody said, I want this guy's coffee. And then somebody said CIB, which I've now understood as Combat Infantry Badge. God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Line 2, go right ahead.
Yes, well, because why are the drones getting away over the base? I'll tell you why. 2009, Fort Hood, Nadal Hassan, they had to bring in sheriffs to stop him because nobody on base was allowed to have live ammo.
Oh, that's a good point. That is a solid point. Major Nadal, you're absolutely right. Military members on bases do not have, there's very few that actually have loaded firearms. God bless you, sir.
To unlock the ammo so our bases can defend themselves.
God bless you. Thank you for the call. Great reminder of that. Trump calls China for help. We're sending in Godzilla. Go, 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 Godzilla. I think Blue Oyster Cult sang that. Best meme ever. You're welcome. I try to pull up some of my memes here while we're talking. Line 3, Bobby in Tennessee.
Hey, man, about the uranium. I'm not sure what they're going to do. If we get it, I have a feeling they're going to drill down and put 1 million metric tons of concrete around there so nobody can ever get it.
You know, Bobby, I don't have a problem with them hiding a lot of this stuff under some rubble. Under some rubble. I got no problem with that either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just think, I mean, that's, probably it'll take 50 years to dig through all that kind of concrete. And it just, it wouldn't be feasible. I mean, and if we control that area, who the hell's going to go in there and start digging?
Yeah, I agree. Man, we got one. Robert says Trump has lost his mind. Robert, thank you. I love the trolls.
Yeah, well, give him the mini flush as a warning, and then if he continues, give him the major flush.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate you. God bless you. Robert Reyes, Trump lost his mind. Robert, you're such a bad troll, you can't even spell. You're a low-level troll. You're like a 0-level troll. You can't even spell Trump. He's your president. Line 2.
Hey, Ben, I know you know more about uranium a bit, at least than I do, from being on the submarine.
I know nothing.
I'm saying I know you know a lot more than I do about uranium.
Sure. Yeah, uranium, the way it works is uranium gives off a neutron. It gives off a neutron. The neutron excites the other atoms, and that's what causes the heat and stuff like that. It gives off neutrons, which are very dangerous because they can go through, anything basically.
I was asking, what form is the uranium in that they're, when we're talking about the uranium we want to get there, what form is it in at that point?
Who knows? Because it looks like the Israelis blew up destroyed a processing plant that had made heavy water. Heavy water is part of the process in making an atomic weapon or in making a nuclear weapon, and it's a later stage. So the uranium in its in natural form is a rock, and it's, you know, a lot of it's out in Utah, and could be the problem for some of those people that worship an alien named Moroni. I don't know, but a lot of it is deposited in and around Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. But it comes in a sort of like a rock form, and it's Hillary Clinton sold a lot of it to the Russians. Thank you for calling, brother. I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless you. Yeah, we got a Temu troll. Couldn't even spell Trump. Here we go. We were robbed. The United States intercepted Ukraine government messages. Ukraine government messages discussing a plot to route money or root money. I think Joe Biden's a root smoocher. They were trying to route money to the Biden re-election campaign, and this is coming out. And Tulsi Gabbard has exposed all of this, or she found the documents. And hopefully they put the root smoocher, old Joe Biden, into prison. Heavy water, neutron moderator. Bingo. Let's go, Mark Pittsburgh. What you got?
Hey, Ben. Everybody's talking about this DHS not being funded.
I don't care.
I'm on the assumption that Trump signed an EO Friday saying that DHS is going to be funded. And he's bypassing Thune's whatever you want to call it, bullshit. But I see that the money's going to go to DHS, but we are going to pass the American Save Act. That has to be passed.
It does.
I mean, they're playing these political games, but they are being funded. So whoever's putting out there that they're not being funded, he signed an EO Friday saying that he's going to put that money towards DHS. You know, everybody's going to get paid. You know,
I
honestly
don't care about the airports. If you're dumb enough to stand in the airport for 5 hours, good. Get better shoes.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
My more pressing concern is the drones that are flying over our air bases that are impeded. You
Bingo.
know, Biden. I don't see too many people talking about it, but Biden let that Chinese spy plane fly over, cross the straits over through Canada.
Oh, the balloons. Yeah, the balloons.
Yeah, that balloon, and they were taking so much info on all of our military assets in that space that they were flying through, collecting data. But when you just said that they're unable to shoot these drones down because they can't break the encryption of the flight pattern, I mean, that starts to get scary for me. You know, I mean,
I'm far
out of it. I'm far out of it enough where I don't think where I live, you know, they're going to come to my neighborhood exactly. But it could. But I'm more worried about them doing something crazy like up in Washington. Hitting,
Mark, thank you for calling, brother. I appreciate you.
All right, brother.
God bless you. Somebody said, Patrick, there will be ice at the voting booths. Good. China's helping Iran. Yeah, who wouldn't have guessed that? Fabian, active duty Marine, arrested for stealing Javelin missiles. 2 million rounds of ammo for Javelin missiles. Oh, 2 million rounds. Send me some ammo. Here's one for you. And I've said this, the demon has children. She's laughing at a widow being mocked by a demonic comedian. And for some reason, a lot of people, I can't do it. She's crazy. I'm going to play this and I'm going to grab a refill on the coffee.
Here is Drewski mocking conservative women, namely Erica Kirk. Get on your feet, boy!
war is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the tower?
It broke my heart. That is the
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. We are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible. We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America.
So good.
Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes. Because they are the ones who matter the most.
Are you okay with this? Is there anyone in the chat that's okay with that? I think it has gone to a level where it's out of control. I don't think that, let's do with this. Are you okay with laughing at a widow with kids who have no father for profit? Because she's making a lot of money by this. And that was this sick, twisted comedian. Are you okay with that? If you are, you should probably rethink some of your morality. And if you are okay with it and you said you're a Christian, I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. I don't get it. Not as an American, not okay with what. Yeah. It's a weird dynamic that somebody would be okay with that. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Hey, Ben, Pure Blood here, Arizona. I'm on fire. That bee is going straight to hell. That's all I have to say. She can go straight to hell. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Lord. I'm on fire. I'm screaming at my TV. I avoided this fat pig that she was doing. Oh my God. I want to go through the screen and smack the crap out of her. I'm so mad, Ben. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Lord, but
I don't know when it became okay to do this.
It's never okay. It's never okay. And she is laughing in our face. I'm telling you, all I can say is she's going straight to hell. That's all I can say without saying worse.
Let me grab this other one. God bless you.
Thank you.
Line 4. Line 4. What do you got, line 4?
Hello, Ben. How you doing? God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's Carl from Wisconsin, chicken man. I used to haul live chickens for a long time.
Yes, sir.
And I went to Canada, and I enjoyed Canada and right downtown Toronto. But I can't believe a mayor looking like that. That just takes away from the original.
Wait. You can't believe a mayor looking like that. But New York City just elected a mayor that
is a Muslim.
Carries his own rug with him, carries his own doormat, right?
Yeah, it's flying carpet.
Somebody just said in the chat, you're a clucker trucker.
Yeah, I'm a clucker trucker, but I was also a chicken plucker.
Thank you for calling. Appreciate you, Carl. God bless you.
Yeah, bye.
Let's go here. Line 3. Go.
Hey, Ben, good morning. I just, one little thing. Have you seen the video that's gone viral on the internet about that demonic trans lawyer that got arrested?
No,
screaming?
I haven't.
Oh, it's amazing. Look it up.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. There we go. I don't care about those people. Here's one that I do find very strange. This is a guy by the name of Glenn Greenwald. There was a video that came out a few months ago where he was licking the boots of his lover, I guess you would call it. And here is a clip of him. Well, I'll just play this and you tell me what you think about someone saying that. Tell me what you think about this. I want to know how this one makes you feel. How does this one make you feel? Right? Let's go right here.
Because we've created a world where if you don't have nuclear weapons, we can attack you at any time. We can invade your country and nab your president and say we have the right to arrest him like we did in Venezuela. We can attack you in Iraq or Libya or Syria or all over the world. But if you do have nuclear weapons, no matter how crazy you are, like North Korea, we will never mess with you. We will never, ever mess with you. And I don't blame. I think Iran made a mistake in not getting nuclear weapons and not actually making the decision, as the intelligence community said, to get nuclear weapons. So if we're worried about this threat that Iran poses, we should be asking, why is it that they supposedly pose a threat to us? And especially since war is the last resort, we should be asking that question. And there's no need for Iran to be a threat to the United States. I don't even think they are. And so, yes, this is not definitive proof that we did it for Israel, but it's not a coincidence that we're at war with Israel's greatest enemy and the enemy that Israel has wanted the United States to go and take out for many decades. Because we've created a...
How many of you think that Iran should have a nuclear weapon? Is there anybody that dumb in the chat? Is there anyone that dumb that believes Iran? I you know what? It triggers the chat so much. There's this one moron from Canada that if I say Iran, which I like saying Iran, just because it triggers him, he gets upset. So let's do. Somebody says poll it. Ron, thank you for doing that. He just says poll it. If you ever want me to just put something to the poll, the kind of poll not the kind of poll this guy likes, not the kind of poll that guy likes. The previous poll, please, Ben, please find a time to play Susie Zoo. If you're a member on the channel, I will sometimes take requests. If you're a random person in the chat that has never supported the channel, donated to the channel, not a member of the channel, your request goes to the bottom of the Canada pile. Goes to the bottom of the Canada pile. There you go. Let's do this poll here. Should Iran have a nuke? And you'll like the way I spelled this because the troll, he hates the way I say Iran. Should Iran have a nuke? Love to know your opinion on this one. Man, we got new members rolling in here today. We always try to get 10 new members. Susie Q. Who sang that? Was that John Fogerty? I think it was John Fogerty. CCR, Van Down by the River or something. Andrea Young, YouTube member. Bad Moon Rising is one of my favorite songs ever. Bad Moon Rising. Let's go. Patriot Bruno, the voice of reason.
Since when is it acceptable for Iran to have any type of even low-range missiles or nuclear capabilities?
It's their right.
Yeah, bullshit. I'll be nice. No. The fact that the video you showed the other day, the underground military bases, installations, this is way beyond the lie of the Democratic Party saying Iran has nothing. They have no capabilities of anything. This was all funded by Obama and Biden.
Who handled it better? Who would handle it better, Kamala or Trump?
God, Trump, thank God. Because
you don't think Cackles would do okay with this?
Cackles and her flighty tutu-wearing vice president
would have run this country in the ground in less than 3 to 6 months.
And probably sent them money and social workers.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at what they want to do now. Shut down the government until they get all these illegals naturalized citizenship. No, go to hell. Go to hell. My problem with everything shut down, the United States Coast Guard's not getting paid. Get our Coast Guard paid.
That's right. You're
They're
absolutely
protecting the
right,
coast.
brother. Yeah.
We are involved in every single war that this country has been in.
Yeah. You're absolutely
God bless you,
freaking
brother.
right.
God bless you, Patriots. Have a great day.
Yes, sir. Great call by Bruno. Great call by Bruno. Let me show you this one. I think you'll like this. I think you'll like this one. Let me move myself over here a little bit so you can see this. This is the Strait. What do you call that? The Strait of Hormuz. You like what I did there? You like what I did there? The Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz is open. You're welcome. You're welcome. Only London cooks can say Iran. Great show. Thank you, Kelly 51. Speaking of the word 51, now I don't want you to get upset, but I am going to play this clip here. This is a great clip. Now, I know a lot of people love this guy. A lot of people love him. He's got a great channel. Great channel. Really good human being on the right. Benny Johnson did an interview with the mooses. What do you call plural of moose? Are they meese? The meese are offended. I think it's meese. I've never used the word meese. Maybe it is meese. I don't know. I'm a dumb redneck from Lower Alabama that says Iran. Let's go here. Speaking of Kelly 51, this leads right into the next segment. Kelly 51. Kelly, are you near Area 51?
You going to release all the UFO files?
We're working on it. It's funny. When I came in, I was obsessed with the UFO files. And then you start getting really busy worrying about the economy and national security and things like that. But I've still got 3 more years as vice president. I will get to the bottom of the UFO files.
Okay. Have you peeked? Have you done a peek?
Have I what?
Have you done a peek? Have you
So I actually haven't. I have
full
not.
Independence Day.
I have not been able to spend enough time on this to really understand it. Yeah. But I am going to. Trust me. I'm obsessed with this. I've already had a couple of times where I'm like, all right, we're going to Area 51. We're going out to New Mexico. We're going to sort of get to the bottom of this. And then the timing of the trip just didn't work out. But trust me, anybody who's curious about this, I'm more curious than anybody. And I've got 3 years of the very, very tippy top of the classification. I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
Okay. So you haven't been to Area 51 yet?
Not yet.
Some
Not
people
yet.
say they keep the UFOs in Ohio.
Hangar 18, Hangar 18, right?
I've
I've heard that as well. But I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet.
Okay. All right. Well, we're waiting for it. We saw aliens.gov.
You know me.
We saw aliens.gov.
I don't think they're aliens. I think they're demons anyway, but that's a longer discussion.
Well, I can't let you go without a follow-up on that. Because Barack Obama is on this podcast and he goes, yeah, aliens are real, but like, here's where they're not. And, you know,
I did not.
And so Obama says, yes, aliens
one.
he gets asked point blank, are aliens real? Oh, yeah. And then he goes, but they're not at Area 51. And
well, where are they?
Well, that's what he says. Right. There's a great question. Trump had to go save them, and he said he's going to declassify. Okay. So you think they're demons?
Well, look, I think that celestial beings who fly around, who do weird things to people, I think that the desire to describe everything celestial, everything is otherworldly, to describe it as aliens. I mean, every great world religion, including Christianity, the one that I believe in, has understood that there are weird things out there, and there are things that are very difficult to explain. And I naturally go, when I hear about sort of extra natural phenomenon, that's where I go to, is the Christian understanding that, you know, there's a lot of good out there, but there's also some evil out there. And I think that one of the devil's great tricks is to convince people he never existed.
Wow. What a powerful statement. If you don't like JD Vance after that, I think he handled it brilliantly. Do you believe in aliens? Yes or no? Yes or no in the chat. Do you believe in aliens? I've got to give a big shout out to a guy in the chat right now. His name is Tommy, the guitar man. Tommy sent me 2 guitars. He sent me an electric guitar and he sent me a acoustic guitar. The acoustic guitar he donated, and I'm going to find a veteran member on the channel to send it to. Tommy, I bought a case for it. I had a setup put on it. I had a new set of strings put on it. And let me see if I can find something to show. I wanted to show everyone what it is. And if you're a member on the channel, you can become a member on the channel. I am going to find a random member to send this to on behalf of Tommy from the chat. And this is it's a Guild 12-string guitar. It's a jumbo 12-string guitar. I am not a 12-string guitar player, but I am going to send this to a random veteran member on the channel, or maybe just a random member on the channel. I'm going to send this to someone because I would love to have it for myself, and it would be easy for me to keep for myself, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give this away. And it sounds great. I don't have a pick here. It just sounds great. And I am going to give that away to someone on the channel on behalf of Tommy. Guitar's bigger than me. It's huge. Yeah, it's a jumbo Guild 12-string guitar. And I'm going to give that away, complete with a case and a capo, some picks, some humidification packs in there. And I bought a brand new case for it. I'm going to give that away. So if you become a member on the channel, that's one of the things that I can try to help out with, or I try to help out with. And if nobody, it would be easy for me to keep it for myself, and I'm not going to. How about that? You know what I mean? It wouldn't be right. So we're going to pay that forward. We're going to pay it down the road. I don't know what you call it. Line 2, go right ahead. Line 2.
Yeah, how you doing?
Amazing. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
I'm calling north of you guys in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Clarksville, Tennessee. Veteran. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Jeff Carrier. My name, 22-year veteran.
What branch of service were you in?
Army.
Army. Go Army. Thank you for calling. What would you like to say?
Yeah, I joined in 1979. Same year the Islamic regime started their little death to America chant.
Yeah. What would you like to talk about?
Well, the justification for this war, the fact that they've been chanting death to America for 47 years, and they're about to have nuclear weapons, and China's giving them technology for an ICBM. I think that justifies this war completely.
You know, I don't think it goes to a war. I believe it stays into a military operation, a military conflict. I don't think it goes full-blown war. But my question is, everyone wanted to get Ukraine into NATO. And the reason would be that if an attack on a NATO country is deemed as an attack on all of the NATO countries, why hasn't NATO recognized the attacks that they've made on Americans and use that same ideology. You know, that's a strange one for me.
Well, I agree with that, but the fact that was it Jim Baker said that we wouldn't expand NATO back in '91 when the wall came down.
Yeah,
the fact that they shouldn't be in NATO, I think, be a buffer zone always.
Well, thank you for calling,
that way.
and thank you for your service. God bless you. There we go. Here's one for you. So the first gay hockey team, it's called the Predators. Troll, you a hockey fan?
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Hey, that jackass on your previous clip trying to compare the IRGC with North Korea, you can't compare the two. Freaking the IRGC does not respect anybody outside of their ideology. And on North Korea, on the other hand, in my 45 years of living, Trump has been the only world leader to have the balls big enough to walk across that DMZ line unsupervised and go there with Kim Jong-un, shook his hand, and then did a tour with him.
You're right.
You can't compare the two. North Korea and us may differ on things, but they respect Trump.
Yeah, peace through strength. God bless you, Troll. Great call from the Troll. First gay hockey team's called the Predators. Did they really mean to do that? Was that their goal? It's a weird one. Weird dynamic. Man, I love the memes. Love the memes. Washington Post cartoonist who frequently portrayed Trump as a predator just been convicted of possessing. You know exactly what he had. You knew it was coming. You knew it. There's the mayor of Toronto, Bobby Drinky Girl. I think I've seen her in Thailand. I'm pretty sure I've seen her in Thailand. Mike Lindell screwing up, going to CPAC. I don't like it. CPAC has become a grifter convention. John Thune is a loser. There's no difference between these two clowns. Let's go here. Line 4. Turn the audio down in the background.
I don't have to go on, Ben.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Ben. This is Roger from Sheridan, Arkansas. How you doing,
nice
sir?
to see you. Nice to talk to you. Another Razorback. What would you like to say this morning?
No, don't call me a Razorback.
Arkansas State? Are you a wolf? Are they the Wolves? Wolf Pack or something?
Actually, I don't really care about organized sports.
Perfect. What would you like to say?
I did have a question for you. You know, Cackles is coming to Arkansas.
For what?
She's coming to a Democratic convention in Little Rock.
Oh, who would have guessed?
Next month.
Who would have guessed?
I was wondering if you're going to go.
Son, I'll tell you what. I'll buy lunch if you go with me.
Hey, I'm going.
Do you know what though? They probably wouldn't let me in because I would refuse to show ID.
Yeah, they're probably not going to let me in either because I'd show a military ID.
I mean, that's the way it worked at the Democrat National Convention. You had to have ID to get in, but they don't want you to have ID to, vote.
Well, I mean, you have to have ID for just about everything. Why not have ID to vote?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Brother, I appreciate what you do. I watch you as often as I can. God bless you.
You too.
Have a wonderful day, sir.
You know I will now. God bless you. Thank you for calling. Took a picture here. This is the first watch that I bought after leaving Navy boot camp in, I believe, like February of '94. I bought this watch. 32 years ago, I bought this watch. Still wear it right now. Wearing it right now. Might be time for a new watch. No pun intended. I drive a 50-year-old truck and have a 30-year-old watch. I got a pretty good life going on, is all I got to say. Pretty good life. Let me see here. What is this? What is this? Oh, boy. Just got a confirmation. We're going to get Paramount Tactical on the show. Paramount Tactical will be on the show. If you know who that guy is, Paramount Tactical is I believe he's an Army veteran, Green Beret, I believe. We're going to get him on the show. Heck yeah, that would be awesome. Combat, multiple, all that stuff. I was a bit of a sissy. I only did a few months in Iraq. In 2005, I was a bit of a sissy. And I was happy to get back on a submarine. I was happy to get back in wet water. Do you believe in UFOs? 57% say yes. Okay, let's do this one. I know this one will trigger the chat. I know this one will. Are Freemasons bad people? Try that one out for size. That one will always freak people out when we go there. Let's go right here. This is old Congressman Dadgummit, I believe is his name. Congressman Dadgummit. Let's go. Talking about the SAVE Act and how amazing John Thune is for America.
Your fellow Tennessean Congressman John Rose says that Leader Thune should be removed as a consequence of the little act that you just described. You and I have got a little bit of experience removing Republican leaders from positions in chambers. Do you think that John Rose is right?
I've said that for quite some time now, Matt. I think that it's time to start moving on with these guys. They're not going to do what they said they're going to do. We got the majority over there. They ought to act like it. You've got Senator Lee, makes a very good case for the Save America Act. And just every day we delay it, to me, allows for more shenanigans, to get, more ingrained into our system.
Your fellow Tennessean Congressman John Rose says that.
What do you think about this? Should John Thune be forced to resign? I think they need 6 senators to get rid of him, is what I believe they need. Oh, wait a second. Terry, what is this? Whoa. I have not watched this, but I need to see it. Catherine Herridge.
These emails jumped out to me because they relate to the 9/11 terrorist attacks where nearly 3,000 Americans were killed and the ability of the families to sue Saudi Arabia. Based on the emails, it appears that Jeffrey Epstein is kind of like a go-between with the Saudis and some Americans to try and block the families from suing. When you saw these emails, you thought, what?
What role is he playing? Why is he playing this role? What does he get out of this by doing that? What he's blocking is the ability of people to get reparations for, as you said, 3,000 people killed. We know the history of the 19 hijackers. We don't need to litigate it again. That's well documented. How many were Saudi, and what kind of planning went on in that? So it makes you wonder, for what purposes is he engaged in this? Right? We know what it says, but if we drill down, then we need to discover what must be true to determine his role, and not just his role. Who else was involved in this from the U.S. side, the Saudi side, or in between?
Holy crap. So Catherine Herridge is saying that Jeffrey, new files examined by Jeffrey, say that he allegedly acted as a go-between to block 9/11 victims' families from suing Saudi Arabia. Who had ties with Saudi Arabia? I got to put my hat on backwards. I'll say George Bush for 1,000, Alex. What's he blocking? Is the ability of people to get reparations for, as you said, 3,000 people. What role is he playing? Why is he? So now we have direct ties to George Bush and the Bush regime. Could that have been the real reason that they tried to run Jeb to cover up what his father, or not his father, his brother did? What in the living hell is this? Terry, thank you for sending me this. Jeremy in the just sent me $10 for a super chat on Cash App. Email me. I'm sending you a link to become in the Discord. I want to listen to a little bit of the beginning of this. This is monumental.
Straight to the point, we dig even deeper into the Epstein files and allegations Jeffrey Epstein was an intelligence operative. We sat down with Morgan Wright, a nationally recognized cybersecurity and intelligence expert who founded the National Center for Open and Unsolved Cases. From Epstein's lawyers demanding records from the CIA to Epstein's text message about a highly classified secure facility and allegations Epstein meddled in the 9/11 terrorism case to benefit Saudi Arabia. So let's get straight to the point.
I've got to watch that whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna turn on some phone calls for this one because this is nuclear grade material. Give me a call, 615-475-7864. Catherine Herridge was fired from, I believe, CBS because of her investigation into this. I don't know where this goes. Good gosh, can you imagine? 415 area code. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
AJ from San Francisco.
Good morning, San Francisco. How are you doing?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, I know you didn't ask them for trolls to call. I don't think I'm a troll, but I got to say, not only are the politicians guilty of crimes against humanity, they're guilty of crimes against nature as well.
Okay.
And I know it ain't only the American politicians, but I can definitely speak of the American politicians because I live here and have been here so long.
Yeah, if you're under San Francisco, you lived under the Dianne Feinstein, Gavin Newsom, I believe was the mayor there, Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff. You've lived through hell.
Yeah, I've been here. I came here in 2099. I wanted to spend the millennium here.
Why did you stay?
Try to make a better life.
Why'd you stay?
Well, because it is a better life than was on the East Coast at the time. So I did stay.
You're saying San Francisco is a better life?
For me, it was better than the East Coast.
Okay. All right.
But what it is, now you had mentioned the Hormuz, so much of the fertilizers. Well, what's happening with the fertilizers here is it's poisoning our land and it's poisoning our water, and we don't need it. We have all the fertilizer we need here.
I agree. I think the people that touch kids, we should turn them into fertilizer. God bless you. Line 2, go.
Hey, Ben, Dawn, New York City, New Yorkistan. Bushes. Bush 1, Bush 2. They're all involved. You know, and they knew Saudi Arabia was involved. Now, what are your thoughts, you know, about the relationship that our dear President Bush has now with Saudi Arabia? Does he know, did he know the background of all that? What are your thoughts on that? Because they seem to be great friends.
I'm not gullible. I'll just say that. I'm not gullible. And the bin Laden family was in business with the Bushes for years. Osama bin Laden actually visited his ranch in Texas before he became president. So you connect those dots. Thank you for calling, Don. You connect those dots. I don't think there's a whole lot of dots that you really need. You're not missing anything to make that connection. That's an easy one. Easy. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Here you go. Let's go here. What do you think about this meme? I love memes. Replace Thune. Got the Undertaker behind him, right? Replace him. Get rid of Thune. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Will we ever find out what was in the envelopes? Remember the funeral? Somebody says secret societies are bad. Really? Tell me which ones. How fast do we hang up on this guy? Line 2.
Hey, I got.
That was quick. Johnny, goodbye. Johnny Ballgame, Rage Watches, tries to call in. He forgets I have his number in the system, so I just hang up on him. There you go. Oh, we haven't done this today. I'll use this. Gotcha, bitch. There you go. Line 1. What you got?
Hi, it is Ben.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, this is Pink Polar in Alaska, and I'm thinking that Bush was not even an American citizen. The father, his name was Sheriff, and he was illegitimate, and all these things that he passed in there, the Patriot Act and all that, should be it's all illegal, and all these foreign nationals we have here, I think we should charge their countries for every single one of them, and their country would make sure they came home.
You're probably not wrong.
Idea.
You're probably not wrong. It'd be tough to prove. It would be tough to prove.
No, you know what their nationality is, and we give money to all these countries. Deduct the money from them.
God bless you. Let's go. Oh, somebody tried to call. They hung up when I tried to pick it up. Wow. Bush was illegal. I didn't know George Bush had a different name. Let me see here. I almost choked on a mouthful of water as well as almost spitting it out all over my tablet. Yeah, good old Johnny. He likes being spanked. He's a masochist. Let's do this. Let's just run this poll. I'm going to let you decide. Here we go. I mean, we'll put it to a vote and then I'll make my decision. There we go. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Feel free to give me a call. Lines are open. When I get off of here in a little bit, I've got to run and buy some feed. If anybody wants to meet me in Elkins and help me load some feed in my truck, you're welcome to. I would love to get some help with that. If you know where that is, then you're probably a good human being. If you don't know where it is, I'll gladly take some help. All right. Let's go. I've got a couple other clips I really wanted to play here, and I think I might be out of them. Damn, I'm running out. Oh, here we go. This is the one. I've read all of his books. I've read basically all of his books. This is Thomas Sowell, Marine Corps veteran. He was a battlefield photographer in Vietnam, and probably one of the most critical thinkers in the world. And if you find any of his books, read them. You'll be a better smarter person just for it.
Slavery has been a universal institution for thousands of years, as far back as you can trace human history. And what we're looking at is if slavery is something that happened to one race of people in one country, when in fact the spread of it was around the world. In 1776, which is when Adam Smith published The Wealth of Nations, as well as when the United States got started, he said that Western Europe is the only place in the world where there is no slavery. And even the Western Europeans had vast numbers of slaves in the Western Hemisphere, but not in Western Europe itself. And so if you're going to have reparations for slavery, it's going to be the greatest transfer of wealth back and forth, because the number of whites, for example, who were enslaved in North Africa by the Barbary pirates exceeded enslaved in the United States and in the American colonies before that put together. But nobody is going to North Africa to ask for reparations because nobody is going to be fool enough to give it to them.
Reparations. Pay the whites. Pay the white folk. I want my damn reparations. Barbary pirates. That's a great one. Join the channel as a member. I'm going to put that, let's view this. Memberships. If you join the channel as a member, you get access to a private Discord server. That link is in the chat right now. And Johnny, it doesn't look like your stay on the island will be reinstated. It doesn't look like that. Yeah. What is this one? Who is that? Barracuda. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Goodbye. Thank you. God bless you. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Shellback veteran. Treat non-members like potential members. Who said they didn't? Who said that I didn't? I don't think I've ever done that. You're welcome to join the channel as a member. If you are, you get access to a private Discord server. That's like one of the benefits of becoming a member on the channel. Shellback veteran. Thank you. I like the capital letters and stuff. It's cool. Thank you. I don't know where that was going, but okay. I hope you got that off your chest. It made me feel happy. Let's go here. I think I've got one. I've got one is kind of a throwback, little throwback clip here. See if I can find this real quick. This is back whenever, well, maybe not. Maybe I can't find it. Oh, well. With that being said, this is the Ben Dykes Show. Thank you for watching. To everyone, members and non-members, I really appreciate you. And Freebird. I do like that one. Shellback veteran. Oh, wait, what does that say? Did somebody sink your battleship? All right, cool. Guys, gals, girls, this is the Ben Dykes Show. I really appreciate you tuning in, sharing a Saturday morning with me. It means a lot. I like it. If you don't, great. When does Discord get busy? Always seems to be somewhat empty. There's a lot of people chatting in there. Go to the main chat. There's a main chat group. Guys, take care.